Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Don't know where you came from, but please fucking stay. Right. Today is a story time, and I want to talk about the first Tinder date that I had. It was an absolute fucking disaster from literally the second I stepped foot out of my house. I stopped using Tinder after that date. It wasn't just because of that date, it was just because I found like most of the men on Tinder quite seedy and really only on there sort of wanting to look for a shag, and I'm not that girl. So yeah, I swiftly moved on to other dating apps like Bumble and Happen. That's my shit. Met my ex on Bumble actually, so probably just die. But yeah, so this is my first Tinder date, and if I look a little bit weird, it's because I'm sat on like 3 cushions because I just couldn't get the I'm still learning, yeah, I couldn't get the angles and shit, so fuck it, I'm perched like a bird. So, my first Tinder date. Now, I didn't know this was like 5 years ago, it's quite a long time. Now, I didn't know rules of dating, I don't go on many dates, I don't tend to really speak to people, I'm a bit of a recluse, I'm like, just leave me in my house and fuck off, like, don't speak to me. I'm just a hermit, that is just me. So I didn't know rules of dating were, if you're gonna go on a date with a guy that you've never met, a blind date, i.e. on a dating app, maybe it's best that you just go for a drink and not start planning like all these affairs and like these big things to do, because actually you're gonna turn up and chances are you're not gonna fucking like them. So I didn't know this. So I spent like a week messaging this guy over Tinder. Now, I'm not the kind of person that will just be like, oh my god, you're fit, let's go for a drink. Like, bitch. This took me an hour, and my products that I use are quite expensive. I'm not wasting it. I'm just not. I'd rather bang out a 5-10 minute conversation on Tinder. Sorry, I say 5-10 minute, 5 to 7 day conversation. But I want to get to know someone. I want to know if you've got banter, I want to know if we're going to get along. If you tell me, if I ask you what your favourite food is and you're like, oh, pie and mash, like, we're not block. Like, things like that I can't deal with. People that are ignorant with food, they're like, oh, I don't like it. Have you tried it before? No. So how do you know you don't fucking like it? Like, I just can't. So instead, I waste 7 days of my own life having deep, in-depth conversation with these guys, and then 1 second massage. Okay, it's my friend. Obviously it's my friend because who else messages you? My mum's next door, so. What was I saying? So yeah, so I tend to have these like prolonged conversations with guys that just don't need to happen. Like, I don't need to know about your mum and your cousins, but for some reason, I will fucking ask. And then I'm probably going to wind myself up about the answer. But nevertheless, I'm going to ask. Anyway, so I hadn't really been on many dates before, and it was a blind date. So this was the first time like I'd gone to meet someone I hadn't met before. And in my head, I like fun things. Like, if we're going to go on a date, I like to sit in the park and have a picnic, and like, do you know, I like to do those little things. So I think he realised like quite early on I was a bit of a gimp. So straight away he was like, let's go to Thorpe Park, I want to take you to Thorpe Park. So I'm like, quids in, this is already like fun, like can't wait. So it's the day of the date, and the guy's like, I'm gonna have to pick you up really early, right? So I'm thinking, okay, yeah, fair enough, it's Thorpe Park, right, get up early. So the guy literally turns up at my house at like 7:30 in the morning. Now, if you spot my hair and you already know me, you know that's me, and I can't get away from the stitch, yeah, it's me, and I can't be like, no. This dude pulled into my road, and as I walked out my house, I was thinking, you don't look like what you look like in your photos. So straight away I'm thinking, do a fucking U-turn. Why are you still walking towards this guy's car? Do a U-turn. Did I fuck? No, kept walking. It's like, kept walking. I don't like to be rude, so I just kept walking. I got into his car and I was like, oh, you fucking catfish. You fucking catfished me. And I've got like a 10-hour date. It's not like we're about to go for a drink and I can be like, I've got to go home. We were going to fucking Thorpe Park. The drive alone was like 45 minutes. So I'm just in the car like, this is shit. This is shit. Straight away, I'm not on it. I was like, this is a waste of makeup. This is a waste of a day. This is a waste of my time. He was just a lot uglier than one had pictured in one's fucking photos. A lot, like, he was bad, all right? And the dress sense was something out like the 1950s. But whatever, I'm gonna go enjoy myself. This might be quite fun, get to know him a bit more, you know, might have loads more in common. So I just like bit my tongue and sat in the fucking car. So we get to Thorpe Park, we get into the queue to pay for tickets. Now, I'm completely fine with paying my own way, but if you've asked me out on a date, you want to take me out, you made that very clear. So I'm thinking that you're gonna get the tickets, etc. So we're standing in the queue, we go to the kiosk, and I was just mortified. Like, I'm the kind of person, if I don't have money, I won't go out. Even if my friends are like, don't worry about it, we'll pay for things, I still do not feel comfortable. I need to have at least like £100 in my pocket, so I know if anything goes wrong, I'm stuck somewhere, I can always get a cab or I can always pay for things, you know? It's not, I just don't like to go out without any money. So if it was me and I didn't have any money, I wouldn't go out. Furthermore, I wouldn't fucking ask someone on a date. Or if I was gonna ask them on a date, I'd be like, let's go for a picnic, I'd make sandwiches, I'd get crisps. I wouldn't fucking go to Thorpe Park. So, waiting at the kiosk, and this guy just proceeded to make me want to die, okay? He pulls out, again, there's nothing wrong with coupons or vouchers or discount codes. I use them all the time. I'm poor, yeah? I use them. But, this is a first date. The guy pays for one ticket and then pulls out a cereal box packet where he's cut the coupon out to give the lady for the free ticket. That hurts my fucking soul. I don't know why, it hurt. Alright, it hurt. Like, I would have rather have sat in the park and no. Why are we not doing something that doesn't cost any money? Why instead are we doing something that costs money that you can't afford and that you don't mind losing a little bit of pride? I mean, cereal pack, like, no. I'm broke and I'm like, no. So, yeah. So we're walking around, when you don't want to be somewhere, the last thing that you want to do is queue an hour and a half at fucking Nemesis, where you're like the dude couldn't be any more in my face. Fuck personal space. What's personal space? I don't know, because I always think you can't do that in a Thorpe Park queue. You can't. So I don't even know if Nemesis is the ride, but whatever. All I know is I stood in 6 queues for about an hour with this guy breathing on me and just talking about things that it just really dragged. Like, there was no spark. I wasn't physically attracted to him. By the time he pulled out the cereal packet, I was like, you might as well be here with my mum. Like, what the fuck? It just kept getting worse and worse. The conversation was dying, and all I'm thinking is, I'm like 6 hours from home. There's still like 3 hours left here, and I'm assuming the guy wants to get value for his money because he paid with a fucking cereal box. So I'm like, I'm gonna be here till the fucking door's closed. So after about 4 hours, I'm hungry. Bitch, I'm hungry all the time. I can eat, I will eat whatever. You pull something out, I'm there, I will eat. But we've been walking around now for like 4.5 hours, and it was the days that I really loved big tote bags. So my bag was absolutely huge. So I left my bag in the car. I had no idea when we got to the kiosk he was going to pull out a cereal packet. So in my mind I wasn't thinking, do I need to bring £5–10 for food? I'm thinking he's taking me, obviously he's going to get the food, it's not worth me lugging this bag around. So I left it in the car. Now, obviously I'm a big foodie, so all he could find to sort of talk about was food. But like, I can just taste shit in my mouth. It's how long I've not eaten. I'm tired, I'm hungry, like, and my mood's just progressively getting worse. We walked past KFC and stuff, and you know when, mate, KFC, that fucking smell is like, I walked past, and you know when you can taste the smell. I was like this, like walking really slowly, like, please can we stop for some food? Nothing. This fucking mongrel, nothing. Not a peep. Not. Do you want a drink? Do you want some water? Are you dehydrating? Do you want some food? It's been 6 hours. No one's eaten. Nothing. And again, I can appreciate it's probably because he couldn't afford it. That's not my problem. Why the fuck are we here? Why? If it's not something you can afford. And if it's not something you can afford, why didn't you tell me? Instead of saying, let me take you out, why didn't you be like, let's do something? Do you want to meet up here? Like, I just don't get it. Why do people put themselves in situations they can't handle? So, I'm hungry, I'm angry, I'm just irate, I'm tired, and I'm not attracted to this guy. I'm just not. And then after a while I was like, do you know what, fuck it, fuck this, I'm gonna enjoy your cereal money, I'm gonna go ham, I'm gonna go on the rides that I want to go on, and I'm not gonna stand next to you in the queue like this and enjoy myself, because that's not fun. So I just didn't care. I was like, let's go on this ride, I want to go here, I want to go there, and I started running around like a fucking kid. And to which he told me, you're running around like a child. I was like, well, you brought pocket money here like a fucking child. Like, you're like, fuck you. So I just had fun. I just went around, I did the rides, I had fun, and then I was like, it's time to go. We've been here 5 hours, let's just go. Got back in the car, and he drove me home. But it was just horrendous. It was horrendous, and I'm really bad because I really don't like confrontations, and I didn't want to be like, I just didn't want to be like, it's not working, like, let's just not, yeah. So instead I just blocked him. That's just what I do. I'm just like, block, and then I'm over it, and then I'm like, okay, I'm over it. Is that really bad? That is quite bad. I just want to say I'm so grateful, because I don't know who'd want to watch this fucking shit. Anyone? Even pork chops, like, no bitch, no. So I'm so grateful that there's even one of you that wants to watch, and I love you all so much. So yeah, please get in the comments. Let me know if you want another story time, if you want something else. I will be filming again this weekend, and I do plan to do a sort of, I'll either do a hair tutorial or bit of the old eye shads, don't know. But thank you so much for just watching this, I guess. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, please do subscribe, and I love you all loads, and I will see you on the next video. So things are difficult when you're old and crooked, alright? If you're not following any of my social media, I've linked everything below. Come and say hi. Massive love to my Snapchat fam, because you guys are always write in the comments, making me feel special, which is nice. Making me feel like a sass pot. So I love you all ridiculously. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da-da.